180, a very different look that still perpetuates, underscores the Barefoot Dreams lifestyle, that, as I called it, coastal ease. And isn't it amazing how designers have really figured out how to create ease in apparel that doesn't look sloppy? In fact, it looks the opposite of that. It looks polished, it looks sophisticated. This is from Barefoot Dreams' Malibu collection, a Modal jersey. I feel like Modal is one of those fabrics, when I just say it, everybody goes, oh, that's gonna feel good. Oh, that's gonna look good. In fact, they make lingerie items out of Modal, right? Sleepwear out of Modal. And you'll know that immediately when you feel the drape and what almost feels like coolness, like literal temperature coolness against the skin in this drapey tee that has a very small window of opportunity to pick up at the feature price. And don't be fooled by the word tee, because if you see tee and think t-shirt and think it should be $10, well, that's the whole, frankly, brainwashing of cheap cotton tees that we've been seeing mass produced for ages. $14.25 is the easy pay on far better, in fact, luxury in an essential. Here it is in the blue, which we're calling Stargazer. We have it in carbon, and we have it in pearl. And I'm thinking the pearl is what I need in my life with a pair of jeans, just saying. Okay, so it's A612220. In each color, there are fewer than 800 to go around. All right, so that explains why we have a limited time opportunity to chat about it. Am I okay to bring in Maria? Okay, Maria, come on in. I saw them discussing things, and I thought, please tell me we have inventory in this, and then we didn't find out we didn't have it. Yeah.
I mean, not your average tee. I mean, this is,
no, it's
not. Blouse-like. I'm just going to have to say it. I think it's one of my favorite new t-shirts.
Ooh.
I just think it's, so first of all, a high level of Modal, 97%. So the drapiness, and I love the fact that the length here. Look at the details on this. This is what you're talking about. And I know I'm all over the place because I'm a little excited about this.
Hey, I feel you. Are you kidding? I've been all over the place since July 4th. It's hard for me to even focus on brushing my teeth in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, my mind is going a mile a minute because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, so much to love. And when you put on a good quality t-shirt, you will know the difference, just like you were saying, not, your typical $20 t-shirt. It's the drape of this, but look at the arm. That kind of, dolman arm with a lot of room here, and then the seaming kind of detail. Just, I mean, perfection again.
I feel like this is that, in my head, I'm traveling everywhere, but you're shopping in LA.
Yes.
And, little boutiques. It's those boutiques where, they kind of look like this rack back here where there's a whole two-hand space in between each item. And I'm like, you have the space, fill it up. And they're like, oh, no. And these are $300 each. And you're like, oh, okay. I'm going to, not this place.
Or the clearance. You're going to the clearance.
I'm going to the clearance if they have it, right? But that's what it looks and feels like. And then you look and it's $56.98. Okay, so I want to talk sizing on this one. And it's kind of bridge sizing, which makes it super easy. I'm going to check my rack and see if I have. That's not it?
Oh, actually.
I think these are bridge sizing.
They are. Oh my goodness. Wow, it is bridge sizing. Yes,
it is bridge sizing. Okay.
Yes, and I'm wearing my typical extra small. So so designed obviously for a relaxed fit. I mean, the flow of this fabrication is just crazy good. Stay true to size with this one. But you know what, Jen? I just think, that V neck is everything.
Sexy. Is it weird to say the t-shirt is sexy?
No, and just so you know, I wore this with a nude bra underneath, and you don't see through it, so don't be afraid of that. But it is the silkiness. That is the difference with a quality t-shirt. The drape, when you can just wear it out by itself, and it just looks really polished and finished.
I'll tell you that's kind of weird is that it looks like it's a half tuck kind of style. You know what I mean? When it has that slightly shorter, not tunic length, and maybe because it dips a little in the back.
Oh my goodness! And look at the back. Speaking of, it has this shearing. Isn't that really pretty?
Oh man, I need this in every
I think
color.
You do. It's definitely.
And then I need you to make 5 more colors.
I know. I am going to say that because we do need more colors than this. It is a good one.
This is what it is? I'm not supposed to wear t-shirts to work, but I wore this and nobody said anything. You know.
Well, it's not. It is by no means a typical t-shirt. And I feel like with us, our Malibu collections our t-shirts are a core part because we know the importance of them. It's probably one of the most worn styles that we as women wear. This is versatile. We're wearing now back, you know, with, you know, our shorts and denim or whatever. But I mean, we're wearing it evolve. Look at
it's such a little thing, but that
finishing.
this is not ribbed, that it's folded over and stitched down. It means it's going to lay nice and flat. It's an open neckline, but it doesn't start to slouch over your shoulder to where it's showing your bra and you're kind of like constantly readjusting it. And I think that's because of the openness of the sleeve, balances it out. And then tucked, half tucked, left out on its own.
And I'm a tucker. I feel like I almost
I'm
like
a tucker too.
But I almost feel like I really like it not tucked. I mean, and that's speaking to
which is saying a lot for someone like you and I.
Yes,
yeah, it's
I
true.
mean, it really is. I mean, when you can just let it lay and let the fabric do what it's going to do and look elegant.
I think it's a fabric and a cut story, which it usually like a great garment is. It's like, you know, great cut, bad fabric, you lose. Great fabric, bad cut, you lose. When you do this open, breezy, beautiful cut, that's going to be flattering, by the way, on a woman who is like larger busted, and you find that sometimes garments become like really overwhelming. Then it drapes exactly where you need it to. Someone who is not larger busted, it drapes where you need it to, and it still follows the line of your waist instead of turning into a box.
I love that, because I do consider myself a little fuller chested, and so t-shirts, you're absolutely right, especially with the Modal.
That's why you tuck, right?
Yeah,
because otherwise it turns into like this big
and
tent.
it just glides, and it just is effortless, and that's what I'm totally appreciating. And then I think the backstory here of this beautiful
it looks great coming and going.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a good look.
All right, so clearly we love it, right? And I say the same things with this that I do about cozy chic. I acknowledge it's not fast fashion. It's not cheap and cheerful. And you know what? All of those are really awful because they fall apart. They're poor quality. They fill the landfills. Fewer, better things are what life should be about. A612220. I forgot the carbon. 600 remain.
Stargazer.
Then we have it in Stargazer blue, 400 left.
And your
the sea salt. Pearl. 500. You think I could get the last one? Well, this brand does have 18 names for white, so I'm going to take a little bit of credit for that. All right. Good to see you, Maria.
Bye.
And thank you, hon. Okay, so